It's next, and you can order it now. Take a look.
Today I'd like to focus on a most enlightening and challenging topic.
Sex.
More or less.
I know what kind of a force group can become in your lives. You tell things here, intimate things.
In the heat of passion.
Why would you be ashamed of being a shrink?
Who told you I was a shrink?
Dr. Bill Kappa is about to learn things he never knew.
You're trying to play it safe, trying to see me as a case instead of as a female.
About human desires.
One of my patients was killed last night. He was stabbed in the chest 38 times.
Now he's probing their deepest secrets.
You know what kind of power people hand over to shrinks? Or maybe sometimes they hand over more than they want to.
But somebody's secret will make him the next target.
Tell me about this Monday group.
There's 5 patients in the group.
Like 5 cuckoos?
No, 4 neurotics of varying degrees and 1 killer.
He's being drawn deeper
I don't really know who you are, what you do. You have all the power.
into a world he can't explain.
You've fallen into a trap.
A hunger he can't resist.
Oh, gosh, I'm not who you think I am.
And the danger he can't escape.
Whoever it was a maniac. You think it could have been a woman? You know what I think? I think it was you. People are getting killed around here. You understand that?
Color of Night.
See the special director's cut. Order Color of Night on pay-per-view. Here's what you can see at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. It's a time travel adventure full of sci-fi action and effects. Take a quantum leap behind the scenes with Jean-Claude Van Damme to the futuristic thriller Timecop.
Director Peter Hyams, the man behind such films as Outland in 2010, had a specific concept when it came to designing the film's many time travel elements.
I'm looking for something that looks quite feasible. So I wanted it to be like the manned space program. I wanted it to be dangerous. I wanted it to be crude. I wanted it to be risky. So we've got this enormous cavernous stage that we're using for this launch bay, and we're laying tracks down and building this pod. And they're going to send this thing rocketing down the stage at 40, 50 miles an hour. God knows what's going to happen when anybody gets in it.
Action!
Leap into the future. Order Timecop on pay-per-view. Now, look what you can order next week on pay-per-view.
On May 6th, Oscar de la Hoya and Rafael Ruelas go to battle. History will open its pages for another spectacular entry in one of the world's greatest fights. When the smoke clears, only one will stand with the greatest of all time. De la Hoya versus Ruelas. La Batalla. The battle.
Look what's coming up at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. It's a romantic comedy about a young boy, his widower dad, and the working girl who steals their hearts. Here's a behind-the-scenes look at Milk Money.
It's a story of this boy who has no mom, has a dad, wants a mom.
You miss real food?
How can I? I've never eaten it.
Dad kind of preoccupied with his work and a little eccentric and a little naive and funny.
This little seedling represents an entire species of marsh grass.
Dad, if you don't get dressed, we'll be late for school.
He and the boy are very close, but something's missing.
V comes into this man and this child's life.
What's she doing here?
Her car broke down.
Yeah, but who is she?
She's the eternal mother and woman.
For her, it's an odyssey and a coming of age, too, because she sees a life that she didn't even know existed.
She was on the streets really early.
And went into a world where there really wasn't love.
Looks like TV. She's just gotten to the point where it's going to take the chance. What are you doing? I'm staying for a while. I've seen the Brady Bunch. Nothing bad ever happens to you people. She is his, dream come true. She's my friend. She's going to marry my dad.
Don't miss Melanie Griffith and Ed Harris in Milk Money on pay-per-view. There's still time to order a pay-per-view excitement. Take a look. Bruce Willis and Jane March unravel a dangerous mystery that's both sexy and deadly. Here's a look at the stars of the sizzling hot thriller, Color of Night.
I'm Rose.
Hi, Rose. Nice of you to run into me like this.
She's very sexually interested in Cap.
He's not really paying attention, and here's this really gorgeous young girl who kind of just falls into his life. Here she comes. It's very easy to see how Kappa would kind of be sucked into that gravity, the gravity of her beauty. One of my patients was killed last night. He was stabbed in the chest 38 times.
Kappa searches for the killer amongst the patients in his therapy group.
I know what kind of a force group can become in your lives. You tell things here, intimate things.
A lot of them, they're fearing for their lives. Kappa especially. Sniffing for blood on other people's hands? While pretending to help your patients?
Everybody's a little dirty. Just like real life.
That's a very young girl.
I don't really know who you are, what you do. You have all the power. On the one hand, he feels this great love for this girl.
You think it could have been a woman?
And on the other hand, he has to deal with his desire to stay alive and to fight this battle. Why didn't you tell me the truth?
Because I'm not your patient.
At one time or another, the fingers pointed at just about everybody in the picture.
Why don't you take a look at someone dangerous? Why don't you take a look at Clark?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
How did you get in here?
You've fallen into a trap.
For hot thrills, order the director's cut of Color of Night on pay-per-view. Now, look what you can order next week on pay-per-view.
The lightweight division has a tradition of greatness. Roberto Duran, Alexis Arguello, Ray Boom Boom Mendes. On May 6th, two great champions will carry on that tradition. Oscar De La Hoya and Rafael Cruz. When the smoke clears, only one will stand as the greatest of all time. De La Hoya versus Ruelas. Lob the Tiger. The battle.
Here's what you can see at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. Get ready for the ultimate adventure on pay-per-view.
Good to take you back.
He's a new kind of cop, and nothing can stop him, not even time. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Ron Silver, and Mia Sara in an action-packed race through time.
Is this the hottest thing or what?
Time Cop, a thrilling adventure comes home on pay-per-view.